Hello! As you can see from the quality of the picture, the lighting, my hipster look and the small mess behind me, this video isn't that serious but more of a vlog to explain what's happening with my channel. Yes, one of these. And since I tend to digress like the Grandpa Simpsons from the cartoon show The Simpsons, you'll notice some cuts and transitions, but I will try my best to not make it too obvious. I consider you as really intelligent people, so you read the title of the video before clicking on it. Therefore, I'm gonna stop here with the bad intro and cover the first topic. Why did I take so much time before posting a new video? Well, I had a reason. When I was trying to edit the second part of the remake Warrior video plus Berserk, I encountered some issues regarding FF11. So, in order to avoid other problems in the future with this game, I decided to, you guessed it, seriously play it, from almost the beginning, on an official server. I said almost because I had already leveled up the monk job to 34. Well, between 30 and 40 I don't really remember. For the video on the gameplay mechanics, as well as the evolution of the monk, and that was supposed to be done by October 2017. Time really does fly. So I went back to the game with the warrior, which was around level 20 or something, and what was supposed to be just let's level the warrior to 50 or 60 became let's finish all the missions from all expansions, which are the main story quests in FF14. And then it became let's level all the jobs to 99. I should show something here. I didn't find this on the internet. This is really my character. I should show on screen. You should see on screen my character from the game, opening the menus. Liraya from the server Asura, the American server Asura. While I was binging FF11, FF14 continued to exist, of course, and the patch 5.4 concluded the story of the 8-man raid of the Shadowbringers expansions. And that gave me the last push I needed to do that long video that should appear here on FF8. Now that I'm finally done with that FF8 video, and that I played most of FF11, I hope to get faster at producing content, or at least optimize the way I work on them. I profusely apologize for being so slow. I work in French and English, and I have this problem I'm trying to fix. I'm a procrastinating perfectionist, which means that I want everything to be perfect, but I'll do it tomorrow. I also have this handicap of working alone, or mostly alone, and I will use this opportunity to talk about the second topic of this video. I said almost because I'm only a human after all. And despite the already limited number of games I'm covering in my videos, I can't entirely dissect them on my own. That's why I want to say thank you to all these sites that aggregates all those informations, like Final Fantasy Wiki, that one being my main source on par with my own memory. No, I'm not copy-pasting or simply translate since the site is entirely in English. I haven't stooped that low. I begin by choosing the topic of the video, then I start writing the script in French and I translate it in English. After that, I record both of them, I get to the editing part, and all along those steps I make sure that I haven't written or said something wrong by actually playing the games and checking the internet sites. If something is indeed wrong, I go back to the corresponding step and correct everything from there. If not for those aforementioned sites to help me basically complete the games, I would have gone completely bonkers. Well, even more than now. Talking about game guides, FFWiki doesn't really have these. That's why I rely on other sites, this time in French. Thank you to FinalEnd.com, even if it wasn't always great between us, as well as FFfury.com that agreed to host my French translation or localization of an official text for my FF8 video. They also have, in my humble opinion, the best FF8 guide in French. I couldn't have finished such a huge game as FF11 in such a short period of time if it wasn't for the immeasurable help from Blue Garter Wiki, which, on top of being a wiki, has a lot of incredibly helpful guides. The few occasions when I couldn't find what I needed on BGWiki, I relied on another monument of that community, FF11 Cyclopedia. It's thanks to their hard work that a leech like me can thrive. And of course, I want to thank you, dear viewer, and the subscribers who have to suffer because of my sluggish pace. Whether you followed me from the beginning or you're a newcomer, I hope it will get better, faster, stronger, and once again, thank you all. Now, with no transition, the third part, therefore, if you want to quit the video, I would completely understand. So, I'm from the old school, and I know that I will sound like the biggest hypocrite of them all, but I keep feeling squeamish when asking for donations or e-begging, especially considering that I'm still very far from the steps imposed by YouTube regarding the partnership program things and all the other issues out of my reach. I created accounts on different sites such as the usual PayPal, but also some lesser known ones like Subscribestar and Locals, as well as Ko-fi, and Buy Me a Coffee. I want to be really clear on that, I am not forcing your hand. I will never put my real videos behind a paywall, you can keep watching all of them for free. Not even taking into account that I don't know what rewards I could put up outside of the classical name or nickname at the end of a video. Maybe an access to the first drafts of the video scripts, or a pseudo making of explaining what I had to cut from the final version. Anyway, that's on me to figure it out. You'll probably see the logos at the end of the videos, and the links will be in all descriptions from now on. But I won't constantly shove it in your face, I'm just saying that it's here, somewhere, if you want or not, I don't really care. Still on the topic of support, in some way, I'm on other YouTube alternatives such as BitChute, where I put both French and English versions of the videos on one channel, despite the site not having French language support yet at the time of this vlog. I avoided Dailymotion for a while before trying again despite the limitations, such as not allowing me to upload my own thumbnails. And it's missing a bunch of my content, not sure if I'll seriously export them all. Also, I was genuinely surprised to learn that there is an actual English-speaking audience there. So maybe I'll upload the English versions as well? We'll see. As a Facebook alternative, there is Minds where I only upload the English versions for now, because when I created my account there, they didn't have French support yet. And I can't change the handle, so it's still using the previous name of the project. If I'm bringing up Minds, it's because they use cryptocurrencies. I'm still clueless about all that crypto thingamajig, so once again you are free to do as you see fit. I'm only mentioning the site because it's free for you and it would help me ever so slightly. Finally, as a last YouTube alternative that I strongly recommend and where I put both versions on one channel, Odysee. Like Minds, they use crypto, but it's a little bit more accessible and more rewarding for content creators. That's all folks, I covered all the topics I wanted. I apologize one last time for the long hiatus. I thank you all for your loyalty and welcome to the new people. If you're feeling generous, there are links in the description, I exist on other sites, etc, etc. Next videos should be coming soon. First, the 2 other parts of the remake about the warrior plus berserker, then the one on the monk, finally, as well as some other stuff depending on my mood. Yes, sadly, I have to give up on the remake of the evolution of the thief, because there's not really much to say in the FF15 part. I'll find a way to briefly talk about it somewhere else. Well then, see you next time and take care!